Turner from betterForm, and yeah, if you ask yourself in the next half an hour, this guy is so badly prepared, it's because we did another release 2 days ago, and so this is my preparation. And I don't have any slides, but I want to show you something. The first topic is our editor, which is kind of a prototype. It's more or less to seek feedback from the community if this kind of tool might be helpful. The problem with XForms often is, especially for newbies, to handle all these new markup and to know about the possibilities it gives you. I would like to show you a demo. So the form we will be editing, I first run it plainly, this one. So this is the form I'd like to edit now. We can do it from the dashboard. There's a very small button to fire up the editor. I hope it works, yeah. So, what you see, it's not a Visilic kind of thing, and it's by purpose, because we think the main problem of developing XForms is not doing the layout. The main problem is to get the logic right, to get your way around all these XForms elements and actions and events, and doing that right. And layout is a completely different stage of development. And another side remark, maybe that thing is not yet available in eXist. It's not integrated yet. So this is the plain betterForm version we are looking at now.
Could you maybe just make it a bit larger?
What is the problem?
Wo ist er? Abflip plus.
Yeah. So first thing maybe, the editor is concentrating really on the XForms part in the document. XForms, as some of you might know, is an embedded language. It's not standalone, so typically it's embedded in XHTML, and the XHTML is not shown in this editor. It really concentrates on the XForms markup inside of that document, but will preserve everything that it might be there. So in the final result, the HTML will be preserved and will still be there unchanged. So the XForms elements are shown simply as these simple blocks saying, okay, this is a model element, and it shows one prominent property, the ID in this case, and we can expand this to see what's in there. And we have a couple of elements here, an instance, some binds, and a submission. And we can, of course, further open up these elements to see what's below. On the right side, we see the properties associated with that element. It's maybe of interest to say the whole editor, or large parts of the editor, are directly generated from the XForms schema. So we did this to make sure that really every element and every attribute of the element are really supported and are really present in the editor. So it's not a subset, it's full XForms 1.1. On the right side, maybe that's another side remark, we use our own subform feature. So every element or every pocket sheet on the right side is a complete standalone form in itself, which is dynamically embedded here. And that's maybe another proof of concept for the subform functionality. It's really quite fast and flexible. One more. Yeah. Just to give you an example, we have now here these small buttons which allow you to insert elements context sensitive. So we have one button for insert siblings. So as I have marked a model element, we are allowed to have another model element, a sibling, or a Y container like in the fridge. And just you want to insert another model here, and of course I can also delete it again. Also, these context-sensitive lists are also generated by the schema. So, okay, let's have a simple example. I just want to change a constraint for one of the fields. Here, the field alias is actually the username in the final form, and I think 3 characters are a bit short, so I want it to be bigger than 5. Install that, and I preview that form. And if I now go to the username field and just type 5 characters, that's not enough. So the validation is already in place here. But I see another problem. I've not changed the alert for that. It's still saying more than 3 characters, so I have to go back. And go into the UI part. Open up. Go to the alert. And say it should be more than 5. Preview that again. And that's correct too. So it's that far. Working to this extent. And of course we can also save it as under a different name. It's not very interesting, but just to show. And we also try to do some keyboard shortcuts, so programmers feel at home. So normally all interaction should be possible also doing by the keyboard. So I can move elements. No, I don't do that. It's still a prototype. I can actually also reorder elements in a markup by using the keyboard here. And yeah, my goal to show it to you is really to get some feedback if such kind of editor actually is helpful, or if you say, oh, that's complete rubbish, that's not of any use for me. This is really something that helps you to see, okay, these are the elements that XForms give me, these are the actions, and also allows you to, you never have to worry again about doing typos or things, because this will always be correct. So it saves you, in my opinion, a lot of time to get your first forms up and running, and also gives you the full feature set, and it's not restricted in any way. it does not handle CSS styling, it does not handle post markup manipulation or something. It's just really only focused on XForms. We are thinking about doing maybe different versions of that. For instance, it might be also interesting to have a more instance-oriented editor, where you build up your instance structure and then just annotate, okay, this is the first name, and actually I want to show this as an input. But you would first concentrate on doing the instance structure, because many users actually don't think in terms of UI. They think in terms of their problem domain, of their data structure. And after that, they think about, okay, how can I display this? And how can I show this? And which control is that data here? So this might be another interesting variant for this edit. And also the third mode would be to be able to build the form from the UI, because this is also something beginners sometimes have problems with. Of course, a model view controller pattern is something very powerful to develop advanced forms, but it also makes some problems for starters to understand it, to get really get productive with the system. That can be maybe easier by just building your UI and your grouping of elements, and then the generator which sits behind that actually will generate your model for you, so you don't have to mess. But these are only thoughts at the moment, and we, as a quite small open source project, we also don't have the capability to do all these things and provide that. We always have to stay focused and say, okay, this is the right direction to go, and if the user appreciate the approach, then we are happy to drive it.
If you're working in this editor, can you easily see the XML behind?
No,
that would be a neat feature. I mean, you can switch from understanding to what's underneath.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Actually, what's missing here is the code view tab.
Yeah.
That's right. That's another thing we think about, and we are also inspired by the XCD IDE, because Wolfgang wrote this very nice Xquery editor, and of course it would be a very nice extension to have an XForms there too. So we have the code-oriented view in a browser-based editor. That would be another really cool feature. I agree.
Nice. So, in some of these cases, I would have expected more a direct editing rather than having to go off to the side to change fields. And I mean, there is a technique in XForms that allows you to click on an output and it becomes an input.
Yeah.
And couldn't you use that, for instance, on the label to add a space between group and enjoy?
Yeah, actually, I think we tried that to do the instance. I'm not sure.
Ja, die Instance kann man editieren. Funktioniert aber nicht ganz. Aber jetzt kannst du davon.
Yeah, we experimented with that. It's not working. Actually, it's working. Yeah.
Okay.
So you see, it's kind of. But yeah, that's a good point. It's a bit different for elements like this. A bit horrible submission, because it has so many so many attributes and minutes, seconds. Okay, so I'm more or less doing that. So ideas, remarks, questions regarding this?
Are you supporting XSI attributes for types in the instance?
Not yet. Not yet. But that would be maybe an important thing. Yeah.
I haven't seen actions.
Yeah, there are some actions actually. Just a moment. In this example, the submission has actions, and it also allows you to. So you can insert actions here. You can also edit that. But it also does not have complete support, as we see here. I picked the right one. So that's not yet completed. So you can do some basic forms with it, but it's not a fully working solution yet. It's really a prototype. So it's mainly that we would like to hear if it would be something that is useful for the XForms users. Because that will encourage us to put more time into it. In the last few weeks we concentrated on getting our release out, and so the editor was a bit aside. But if there's interest, we would really be happy to drive it further. Because the problem with XForms is that there are no publicly available and processor independent XForms editors, and that's really a problem, I think. There are some editors, but these are also always bound to specific implementations, and this is not bound to any implementation that would work for XForms, for Orbion or whatever XForms processor. So the markup that comes out of that is really standard XForms and no extensions. Something that's very important for us to be standard for.
What platforms do you support, and what are the minimum requirements to install betterForm?
betterForm is implemented in Java, so everywhere where Java runs, betterForm will run. It's also cross-browser, so it will work on Chrome, on Safari, on Firefox, all major browsers. And yeah, on all operating systems, Java support. So you should be able to maybe a gigabyte, but that's.
No, I meant more installed software. But you don't need a particular server.
No. It's just plain Java, and for JavaScript we use mainly Dojo for our XForms processor, but this editor also uses a mixture of Dojo and jQuery, and that does very well together. It's no problem at all to mix that. So you can even if you are bold enough, you can even use Dojo within jQuery.